You have to change and adjust to the situation now. So whatever you weren't doing before, you're going to have to do now. Some of it you may be forced to do because you don't have the finances to keep your team. People have left you. They're uncertain. There's many different things that take place. So you're going to have to fill in. So if one of them is, I don't like being a sales guy, a salesperson, you're in big trouble. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Coronavirus versus Business. Today we have, again, Rob and myself, David. We're going to give you some great value. The purpose of the channel is to show you tricks and tips on how to survive this crisis. And we've been through, 3-4 downturns that we really didn't have any control over. You know what I mean? 2008.
The last 20 years,
Yeah, at least 3 of them. And we've gotten out of it. And I don't know why, but when you work hard at it and you use the right tools and you create an action plan and you a strategy behind it, you get out of it. Hey, how many times do we talk about the guy above always watching us, but we still have to do a little bit of work, right?
Absolutely. Action is needed. Yeah. And for some reason, we've always come out of it better. That's the crazy part of it. You know, there was times in the last 20 years where I was literally pulling out my hair, not knowing what's going to happen tomorrow for my business. And even, I'm sure we could all relate in our personal lives and certain different things that always happen. So it does get better. And to Dave's point, you need to take action. And not just any action, the right action, a very strategic action that makes sense.
So to our viewers, if you like us, subscribe, hit that bell. Comment, help us out. Help everybody else that's watching it, with some of your suggestions. Or maybe you don't agree with what we're saying.
Yeah, let us know.
And if you do, thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Do something. I don't know if you've ever seen my thumbs before. Can't miss them. So thumbs up, everyone.
All right.
So I'm excited about this episode. I heard you in the office talking to yourself
in a good way.
This awesome thing you're going to share with us.
Yeah,
I'm so interested.
Well, again, part of what I do, and I'm sure we both of us do this. We're known for this. We look at other successful entrepreneurs and we want to learn from them. So, of course, we're looking at everybody that is currently talking about doing the same things. How can we survive and thrive through this crisis?
Survive and thrive.
And this is something that is so new to us, so it's really hard to find examples of how to survive this specific crisis. However, there are examples of surviving other crises, so that is a model in itself to follow. One of the great books that I've read in the past, and I've learned a lot, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. I believe I'm pronouncing it correctly. That guy's awesome. I loved reading that book. I always thought it was BS, but if you ever read his content, it actually makes sense. And, I looked at what he had to say about this, and I want to share a clip with us for everyone here because, again, this is a great example of someone that made a shift. He adapted. And, let's hear what he has to say. I'm going to play a little clip right now, and here we go.
Absolutely. This coronavirus is bigger than 9/11 or Pearl Harbor or anything we've ever seen before. And on the biggest picture of all, the coronavirus and the coming crash, financial collapse possibly, marks the end of the industrial age and the beginning of the information age. It's a very big move. And the people that are in trouble today are people still stuck in industrial age thoughts. And let me give you an example. The reason London Real and Brian Rose is doing so well is you guys moved on. I moved on. Rich Dad moved on years ago. The people that are having a hard time are called BBC, NBC, CBS, because they're still industrial age and they're going to get crushed. So that's why I'm very happy to talk to you I love your program. I love your guest, because we've moved on. The people that are struggling financially haven't moved on yet. So that is my message. That is your message. It's time to move on. So being target market for coronavirus. Look, let me give you my health problems here. I've had pneumonia 3 times. I've had malaria. I've had open heart surgery. I've had cancer. Now, that's the bad news. You know what the good news is? I'm aware I had to become healthier. I don't want some vaccine to protect me. It's my responsibility to protect myself. And that's what you do. You're running and things.
So I think that hits the point home. We, as business owners, as entrepreneurs, we need to take responsibility. And, it's a tough thing to do when things are really bad. Economically, financially for your business, cash flow stopping, customers, canceling all their businesses with you. So what do? You're going to sit, curl up in a ball and cry in a corner? No, you need to strategize with like-minded individuals. And this is what Dave and I do every day, and understand what it's going to take to pivot, to make the shift, because things are changing. If you're stuck in the old thought, the industrial age, you're going to die like a dinosaur. You need to shift, and you need to become part of the information age, and this is what we're here to help you do. What do you think about that, Dave?
Absolutely, and it's something that, listen, you should have prepared a long time before this happened. This is something that you should take some time every so often in your business to reevaluate how things are going, and understand bad things happen to good people. So you should put yourselves in position. What if? When you take a look at the NFL and they're trying to win the Super Bowl, those guys, it's all about strategy. Mm-hmm. They're drawing shit out every day and here or there, and they got different levels of people taking care of different positions,
practicing all different scenarios, good, bad, whatever.
What if this happens? What if this happens? What if that happens? And it's great to be positive, but I'm not like a positive person. I think more of like I'm a realistic person. It's great. Like I'm optimistic, and it's good, to know that you're going to get through it. But those words, I'm going to get through it, it's not going to get you through it. You got to have the right mindset for it. And like you said, it's tough. You're losing money, cash flow, doors are not open. This was a forced shutdown. You know what I mean? Can you be prepared for it? Yes. But, things are changing every single day. So basically, when you're in this type of position, you know that there's going to be certain things that are going to be happening. You're going to know that there's going to be some sort of a stimulus program. When 2008 happened, they had, better rates, they had programs to stimulate the market, right? Bring money into it. Fake money. It's fake money. That's what it is. They put it into the market. We pay for it after, but in the interim, we got to use it.
Yeah.
So what businesses should be doing is you can't focus on COVID-19. You can't, because you can't resolve it. You can't solve it. Stay safe. Follow what Health Canada or your wherever you're from. Follow what that health department is telling you to do, so you don't catch the damn thing. But at the same time, you have a business and family to take care of. At the end of it all, it's gonna get back to normal. It is. People want that to happen, so it's just a matter of time that it's gonna happen. Just like in 01 and 08, you'll never forget it, but it will get back to. Maybe not as it was before, because it'll take a little bit more time. Like this is a global, kick to the stomach.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. So take advantage. Start looking to see what's available. Book those calls with your bank or whomever that participates in the growth of your business. In this case, talk to your digital company that you're working with. If you were working with a marketing company, speak to them. If they're not available to speak with, well, then you've chosen the wrong company, because they're not for you. They're not there for you at the times that you need them. It's important, right?
Well said.
You've been there. We've been there. Best Media has been there for every customer that just wants to have a conversation, because they don't know what to do. It necessarily means you need to sell them something. So take the time and utilize it. Don't focus on COVID. Focus on we know that the doors are going to open a month from now, a month and a half from now, or 2 months from now, let's just say. So get prepared for that. Of course, you need to scale back. Maybe you're not going to do that, a full renovation, but get prepared for it. And it's free. Calling us is free. Calling those people that are in the space that you're interested to know about, it's not going to cost you anything. And if they're charging you for that, hang up the phone, because they shouldn't be. This is a time that we can connect with people, try to help them out, and if they want to, hopefully move, further, then we could put a package together for them.
Well said.
Yeah, and people need to more, you're a business owner, so take control over your business. This is something that's been forced down to us to close. There's nothing we can do about it anymore. For the first 2-3 days, it was a shock. Now it's been over a week, 2 weeks. Get your shit together.
Yep. And if you need to educate yourself into the digital space and you don't know where to start, I'm going to give you a really good resource. .com Secrets. You see this book right here? If you don't know where to start, I learned so much from this book. It is actually an amazing information tool to make you understand what you need to do as a starting out in the digital space. So there's so many diamond golden nuggets that you will get applied to your business. This is the first step you need to take right away. And just one of many. Don't think just by reading this you need to apply, right? Dave, you gave me the best example of information versus knowledge. Information versus knowledge. Does anybody understand what that means? There's information and then there's knowledge. I'm going to pass it to my man here to give us the explanation of each and why knowledge is so much more powerful.
Well, at this point in time, you want knowledge. You want knowledgeable people, not just information, because information is something that you're going to get, and if you don't really know how to utilize that information, it doesn't matter how great the information was. You don't know how to utilize it properly. So you've put all that time into something that you basically take a long shot, like a Hail Mary. Some can, but most won't be able to, especially if it's something new. So knowledge is where what you want in your company today, hiring those professionals to come in to help you with the need that you need. Don't be cheap about it, because if you're going to be in business, you want to bring in the right people. Yeah. So if you're going to penny pinch on bringing in knowledge and you know that it is the right knowledge, what's there to think about? Like, either you haven't made a decision then, because if you made a decision, you've thought about it. And if you made a decision, the next is making the commitment. What's the use of making a decision if you ain't going to make the commitment? So there's very different examples on how, on how to. One of the examples that I think I used was the GPS example.
I love that example.
Yeah. So you're getting from A to B. You jump in your car, you're going to this location, you punch in the GPS coordinates, you're driving, you're looking at your GPS, it's telling you to make a right, left. You get there. It took you a certain amount of time to get there. On the way back, you take the same route. Which route took longer?
Going there or coming back?
Going there. Going there took longer because you've never been there before.
Yep.
It's your first time. You're not hammering down to get to your location because you got your GPS on. You don't know if you got to make a right. When's the next street? You're not 100% certain. Mm-hmm. You're going to get there. It's going to take you a lot longer, but you're not 100% certain. So you're not going to go all in. You're not going to hammer down. But when you're going back and take the same route, you don't need the GPS because you know how to get back. So you're going to hammer down. So when you know where you need to go, you're going to hammer down.
And you got a little bit of experience now because you've already went there once.
Correct. So right now is no time for information. Now is time for knowledge. If you think that you could, if you think that you can run these Facebook ads and get conversion on them and you've never done them before, this is not a time to test. This is a time to hire someone that actually knows what they're doing so you can concentrate on running your business. Now, some may disagree.
Hard to disagree with that, man.
But
I'd love to hear anybody. If they disagree with that, I'd love to hear why.
But if you want to get to that target, you're going to have to deal with the people that know how to get there.
That's right.
I'm not saying everybody knows how to get there. Of course, you got to do your due diligence and find out, scope the right company for you. And there's things you need to do to make sure of that. Ask the right questions and all that sort of stuff. See examples, some other companies that particular agency worked with. But, right now, you think it was difficult to get the message out 3-4 weeks ago, 2 months ago? It's even harder now. Mm-hmm. Everybody's trying to get a message out. It's the same thing in a business. It's one of the number one issues in a business is getting the right message out. That's why I butt in when Sean's trying to talk about offering this product. He's already making a decision for the customer. I don't know if you heard. Mm-hmm. What are you making decisions for the customer for? What if they want to do? You're already thinking that they're not going to do something. So package it together and make sure that it makes sense, and give them some examples of what it can do. Don't make a decision for them that, well, he's not going to go. We got to give him a better price. And no.
I agree. And you meet their objections proactively. If price is going to come up as an issue, you bring it to the table and say, hey, this is a great price because, and let them know why. So
yeah, stop the objection from happening. They're going to say, I want a better price. Let them know. You put your best foot forward, right? But before you get there, make sure you deal with the right agency that's going to help you out. And if you're all in on your business and you believe that your product is needed, you're going to want to start preparing now before you're able to reopen your doors.
That's right.
And don't be afraid to spend money. You're already in already. You know what I mean? Why wouldn't you want to start preparing now? Why wouldn't you want to spend the budget in marketing now? Why not? Why wouldn't you? If you don't think it's going to work out, and then what are you doing?
Totally agree.
I know it's difficult for people to understand, but
starting now gives you more time to prepare and perfect your plan. So use time. It's to your advantage right now.
Yeah.
Get involved and find out who has the knowledge to help you get to where you want to take your business. Who's got the knowledge? I'm going to make a t-shirt. Who's got the knowledge? Kind of like the Grant Cardone. Who's got my money? Who's got my knowledge? Right now, the knowledge that you need to look for who has that for you. Just like all the best sport athletes in the world, they got coaches because those coaches have the knowledge for that sport athlete to get better, to do better, to perform better. So
yeah, and you need to have that commitment, right?
Yeah.
Everybody can make a decision, but most don't follow through with it. You really got to be committed. You really got to understand what it's going to actually take. Sit back and understand that. Am I in the position to do this right now? And it's not going to be all right. It's going to be all right when you have an action plan. Just by saying it's going to be all right is not enough.
Reminds me of the Bob Marley song. It's gonna be all right.
Yeah, well, that's a song.
Yeah,
he made millions off of it, but that's not always the case.
And
so listen, what do you do? You sit back, you put an action plan together, and you make sure it's gonna work. Figure out what you want to do. If you decided on it and you're committed on doing it, go look for some partners. Talk to the banks. Talk to whomever can help, because that's what they're there for. And everybody in most organizations out there will help you at this time. And it's going to be a lot of work.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's something that we were never faced with, before. But it's going to make us stronger. Bad times, make stronger people.
That's right.
Utilize the time, like you said. So, the reason for this show is that we want to talk about things that we're doing, things that we know, this space inside out. It's 2 decades of knowledge, failures and things that you've done very well at. And a lot of companies you've been able to help out in good times and bad times. So, your action plan, business, you got to kill the coronavirus. Your business needs to destroy this virus. So what do you need? you know, who do you need on your side to ensure that that happens? You know what I mean?
These are great questions everyone out there needs to consider. Yeah. And don't wait. Don't, use this time. Take advantage. Educate yourself with the right knowledge.
You're right. And, it even goes further than that. Because a lot of people make decisions nowadays and they don't consult with their partners. They don't consult with their business partners or their family, their kids, their wives. They need to know what's going on. You know what I mean? You can't, just say, well, I take care of this and you're not going to know anything about it. No, they need to support it.
Yeah.
Because you don't have that support, it's going to be hard.
Yep.
You need their support because there's certain things that you're going to need to do differently now than you were 3-4 weeks ago. Depends what, most businesses are in a position right now that they're not opened. So there's certain things that you're going to need to do now. So they need to know. I need to work an extra 10 hours a week. If I don't, this is what's going to happen. You need to get their support. So right now, everybody's a salesperson. Because if you weren't one before, you got to make that change. That's another thing we talked about in one of the episodes. You have to change and adjust to the situation now. So whatever you weren't doing before, you're going to have to do now. Some of it you may be forced to do because you don't have the finances to keep your team. People have left you. They're uncertain. There's many different things that take place. So you're going to have to fill in. So if one of them is, I don't like being a sales guy, a salesperson, you're in big trouble.
Yeah.
Because, salespeople are hard to find. Good salespeople. So you got to adjust to that. So start with your family. Sell your family. Sell your wife, your husband, boyfriend, or whatnot, your kids on, this is what I need to do. These are the reasons why. And this is what we're going to get out of it. We all want something out of this. You know what I mean? We all want a better life, want a better business. We want to do different things. And, you need to sell them on that. And some of that is going to take an extra hard work, a few extra hours, more of a commitment, a cut back on something. Like right now, people should be cutting back. Yeah, at this point right now so they can reevaluate, right? But at some point, you got to go out there, help the economy out, and start to bring things back to normal. But right now, you should hold back and just reevaluate everything, right? Because it depends on the situation that you're in. You're going to have to maneuver and pit your finances, and where, the best place to put it into is your business, right? Your own brand.
Yep. Well said, Dave.
Hard. Sometimes it may be hard to do for some people, right? Because they never had to.
Yeah.
But changes, different time now than before,
Set your goals, ladies and gentlemen. Understand what changes need to be made. And if you're not sure, get the knowledge from the right sources to help you make those decisions easier. Taking control of your finances, it's a no-brainer. If you're struggling, that's a freaking no-brainer. That should be priority number one. Minimizing your expenses and then allocating whatever financial resources you have in the right areas to help your business grow, come out of this stronger. That's what we recommend, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that makes sense. I believe it does. Jeffrey, what do you think?
Thumbs up.
Are we still live?
Yes, we are.
All
Awesome.
right.
Well, everybody, you guys have a great day, and we'll catch you on the next episode.
Thanks for joining us. Stay safe.